Hi guys, so it is Monday the 22nd right now, and wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on. We are in the process of getting our bank account for the business, and I wanted to show you something that I created for this purpose. So I am a new business owner. I've never run a business. I've been teaching entrepreneurship for 10 years now, and so I know about the book stuff. And this is my first time starting a business, but one of the things that I have to do and is to get a bank account, because you need to have all of your accounts separate. All of your anything that you pay for, you have to pay it out of your own business account and not use your personal account. It's a big no-no, and I've heard that from different people, and we already started spending money on certain things out of our own pocket, and so I need to get this account ASAP. The other reason why I need to get an account is because I need my seller's permit. And as I was going through the application online through the Board of Equalizations, they wanted to know where I'm banking at and that information, and so it stopped me from getting that seller's permit, and I really need to get it because I want to start selling locally at farmers markets, and to get some of these vendors to send me products so that I can try it out rather than just kind of blindly picking out something. And so this is what I've been doing, and I want to show you guys what I did, and if any of you want this worksheet, I can definitely send it over to you. So this is my bank comparison guide. So what I ended up doing was I created so basically here it is, and you can create this. It's really easy, just Excel sheet that you can make up. But on the top we have all the banks, and on the bottom we have all of the questions that I have for the banks, and then there's still some more questions back here. And I had no idea what to call them for. All I knew was a few things that I wanted to ask them, which were like, do you have night drop-offs available? What are your hours? Are you open on the weekends? So I only had a few things in my head that I knew for sure I wanted to ask them. And so I wrote those down, and then I made a bunch of extra boxes for the things that I had no clue that I needed. And so as I was talking to them, I was asking them questions like, is there anything else I should ask when I'm calling these other places? And they're like, oh yeah, you should know this, and you should ask that. And so I started adding those things on here. And then even after that, I was able to add in a few extras just kind of as I was getting the responses, and I was like, oh, I had a question about that. So here's some of the things that I asked them for. I asked them if they had night drop-offs, their hours, and I had a box for regular Monday through Friday hours, and then are they available on weekends? And then I would put yes or no, and then their hours if they were available on the weekends. And then monthly charge, how much do they charge for this account? And at what point do they waive the fee? Because a lot of these banks, what they said was it's $15 a month, but we will waive it if you have an average of $2,500 a month, an average of $5,000 a month, an average of $7,500, whatever it may be. And so I wrote that one down. And then they have different accounts too. And then what I was doing was, just to get the basics of it, I would just ask them for what they felt was the best account for a small business that's just starting out with an average ticket price of about $8. So if you kind of tell them about where your ticket price is going to be, and you should know that, you should do the research, then they'll be able to kind of guide you, because sometimes some of the big banks, they have like the choice, you know, the business choice one, the business select, like all these different business accounts. So you need to let them know a little bit of information, and they should be able to kind of guide you on that point. That way you get like the information for that one. But if you want, you can make even like different columns for the different types of accounts within a bank, but I didn't think that was necessary. How much does it cost for checks? So that's really important. How much do the checks cost? Because as a business, you're going to be writing out checks to your landlord, your vendors, your distributors, your employees. I mean, all these different people are going to be getting utilities, money from you. And so how much does it actually cost for the checks? Some banks were, like for example, this one, if you do laser through QuickBooks, It's 250 checks. 2-part is $200. This one is Wells Fargo is free for 180 for the laser or something like that. But the teller themselves, they were going to give us like the first one for free. So yeah, how much do checks cost? Debits, how much do debits cost and how many do you get? This bank right here was telling me they would give me 150 debits per month and 30 cents each additional one. See, this is something I had no clue about. I didn't know that they charged you, or they only gave you a certain amount of times that you could take money out of the account before you were charged. And so that was really interesting to me. So like this one right here is 150 free ones, 30 cents each additional. This one you get 30 checks for free, no addition, and then 20 cents additional for each one after that. And then this one you get, Wells Fargo gives you 200 for free, which is more, but they charge more if you have any additional deposits, and it's 50 cents for them, so it's way more expensive with them, but you get more for free. As a small business owner, I don't anticipate making that many debits, but I'm gonna have to kind of see how this account goes, and that's a question that I might have to try to ask somebody else too. Deposits is another one of the lines. ATM, and then the same thing, you only get a certain amount of deposits before they start charging you. ATM fees, do they offer coin change, merchant service fees? And so as far as the coins, if you give them a bunch of coins, are they going to have you roll them? Are they going to have you throw them through a machine? How much do they charge you of that machine? I put that one in there. And then also, do they offer online mobile banking and then check deposits, like with your phone, like taking a picture of it? And so I asked them that too. And then my last line that I would ask them was, what are your extras? What are the extra things that you have that you're offering to gain me as a customer? And so this is where they really sold themselves. And some of them were like, I don't get it. Like the big banks, the ones that really aren't they don't have like personal bankers that are working with you one-on-one, where it's like you call a call center. They were like, I don't know what you're talking about. But like one of them, which was really cool, and I'll give them a shout out right now, Chino Commercial Rancho Cucamonga, which is where I'm going to be starting my business. They are specialized in new business and help you grow. So that was really cool. And the guy was like, I'll come out there and I will help you, and I will and you know, for during your grand opening, we'll tell everybody. So he was definitely very, I got a good vibe from him, and I really liked him. And he was like, we'll help you out with whatever you can, business advice, whatever you need, we'll help you out. And I really liked that about that one. So that's some of the things that I asked. The other thing some of the big banks are going to offer you is that they have their own POS systems, and so you might want to get another one of these made out just for them, and to get the information that you need. So just thought I'd give you guys that information. If any of you want to get this worksheet, please feel free to email me, the ivjuicebar at gmail.com, and that's I and the V, 2 letters. I haven't actually shared that, have I? This is my first time I'm sharing that. So questions, or if you want this worksheet, I'll go ahead and share it with you guys. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.